Welcome in, Aquarius. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. Hope everybody's doing awesome. If you're not aware, my name's Lisa. Welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. And again, I want to give a big shout out to those of you who subscribe, like on the video, make a comment. It really does make a huge difference. And I'm just little, I'm just a little channel trying to grow. So any support you could throw my way, I'd really appreciate it. Again, as always, Aquarius, as you know, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, cross watchers, feel free to swap size and or energy. Don't be dissuaded by the timestamp. If you are drawn in by the title of this reading, definitely could be a message here for you guys. So again, thank you so much for joining me today. So let's take a look here, Aquarius. I'm going to try and make this reading a little bit shorter than my monthlies are usually pretty long. So let's try and keep this at 20 minutes would be good. But let's see what comes out. And let's ask first about how the person on your mind, how is this person currently feeling about Aquarius, please? Spirit angels and guides, please show me the person on Aquarius's mind, how this person is currently feeling about my beautiful Aquariuses, please. How's this person feeling? All right, they're feeling pretty sad here, Aquarius. I mean, we got the Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups. So either you or your person here walked away from this relationship. So a lot of tears here. We got the Three of Swords on the bottom. Definitely difficult. I feel like this probably was difficult for you as well, Aquarius. Probably not an easy thing to do, to walk away from somebody that I feel like, actually really made you really happy. There was like a lot of things I feel like you and this person definitely had in common. So I do feel like it was a pretty special connection. And again, a lot of love. So I do feel like for a lot of you, you definitely looks like you had to like hold back, or there's a reason why this relationship couldn't continue. But let's see how you feel. How does Aquarius feel about this person? So we have the Moon card coming out. Be dealing with a Pisces. Yeah, I feel like for you, Aquarius, you may not have even told this person how you actually feel. Maybe at the end of the day, you weren't really sure how you were feeling at all about this person. The Moon can really talk about, fears and or secrets. So again, keeping your feelings, I feel like, hidden to yourself. But, I feel like they're there nonetheless. So I definitely feel like there was a lot of love between you and this person, or like a lot of really deep feelings maybe that were not expressed maybe on your side. And then I see the Ace of Wands on the bottom. So I feel like for a lot of you, this definitely could have started out as something, pretty casual. I'm not really looking for a relationship. And then, high amount of attraction though between you and this person. So this definitely could have, been something that was casual that kind of, snowballed into something else is really what I'm getting right off the get-go here. Why the Moon here in Aquarius's feelings? Why is the Moon here? All right, so we have the Emperor card coming out. Yeah, I feel like there was either some sort of fear here, or some sort of, I feel like, strong connection here between you and this person. Like there's something that's going on beneath the surface here for you, Aquarius, with this person. So with the Emperor card coming out, this person could definitely be looking at you as their divine masculine, or you're looking at this person as your divine feminine. Like there's something very special and unique about this person or this relationship, which is weird because I actually kind of already touched on that with seeing that Temperance card, because that's Archangel Michael. So I definitely feel like you met this person for a reason, Aquarius. And again, maybe for some of you, you're trying to figure out what that reason is or was, trying to kind of like wrap your head around, like, why did I meet this person? What am I supposed to learn here? Why does this person, think that I'm their divine counterpart? What is it about me? So I feel like you are spending some time trying to understand where this person was coming from on some level. Yeah, I feel like for a lot of you, it was definitely difficult to walk away from this person. For some of you, you almost might have felt like this person was a little bit pushy, I want to say, or surprising. I'm getting surprising. So let's see. I kind of want to ask, tell me more about this Ace of Cups and the Eight of Cups for Aquarius's person. Tell me more about that. Yeah, this person was pretty angry, though. I feel like the last time you saw each other. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. Nine of Pentacles. Yeah, so this person wasn't happy about, your inconsistency. So this person, whether or not you agree with your person here, this person is angry that, you weren't necessarily like really seeing their worth, their benefit. This person's also upset that, you weren't consistent, Aquarius. Maybe there was a point where you were consistent and then things kind of dropped off, but they were upset about that. So that's one of the things that they were upset about as well. If you were in another relationship, and that's not going to be for everybody, if this was third party Aquarius, they're also angry that you made it out like you were a lot more available than you were. And again, that's not going to be for everybody. Yeah, I feel like for some of you, definitely may have had another person here because we have Judgment, Queen of Cups, the Devil, and the Sun. So something came to light. So I feel like this person definitely may have found out some information and they weren't happy about that. Tell me about the Emperor here and the King of Cups in Aquarius's feelings. Can I get some more details here, please? Four of Pentacles. Yeah, for some reason here, Aquarius, you were not able to kind of like either go the distance with this person, want to go the distance with this person. Maybe you just weren't looking at this person in the same way. So this kind of gives me the energy of you and this person maybe not being on the same page from the get-go. But again, feelings develop, things change. So I feel like for a lot of you, it was hard for you to make this decision. Because again, at the end of the day here, I definitely feel like you feel that this person is your Two of Cups. So Two of Cups is, really having that special bond that you have with somebody, something you don't quite understand. And I feel like for a lot of you, you've struggled with that. I mean, sometimes Aquariuses can, have the tendency to, really be in their head a lot, kind of overanalyze the situation. Trying your best here, Aquarius, I feel like, to really understand this relationship. Like, what is it about this person that's so special? Why can't I stop thinking about this person? You know? And again, why am I holding back on taking this leap of faith? You might also be asking yourself that. I feel like this person definitely may challenge you, Aquarius. That might be also part of the problem here. So there's that Eight of Swords. That's kind of like I mentioned, kind of being up in your head about needing to make some changes. And again, sometimes, we have a tendency to choose maybe somebody who doesn't challenge us, right? Somebody who's not going to push us to grow. But at the end of the day, the universe brought this person into your life for a reason. So what was that reason? I feel like you are asking yourself that question. And again, sometimes we choose the easy road because it's just easier to stay where we are. We don't have to make any changes. So, it's familiar, but it's not the road you're supposed to go down. Like again, I feel like Spirit's kind of like nudging you to go into a certain direction to maybe take that leap of faith and love here, Aquarius, and, put your heart out there, take a chance. And again, kind of getting out of your head and getting more into your heart might be a good idea. So trying to ground yourself and maybe ask yourself some bigger questions about, why am I staying in the situation that I am? Why can't I take a leap of faith and love? Why can't I be vulnerable? Like, maybe ask yourself some of those questions. What does this person want with Aquarius? What does this person actually want with Aquarius? What does this person want? So we have the Devil card coming out. Judgment. Why the Devil here? Why is the Devil showing up? Five of Cups. Can I get another card? All right. So your person definitely feels like the situation was not fair. So whatever happened between you and this person, Aquarius, the situation I feel like was either unfair, unjust in some way. And if that's how your person's feeling, that it wasn't fair. So I don't know, maybe you never told this person how you actually truly felt. And, that caused a lot of issues for this person for sure. I mean, the Devil card can just sometimes really indicate maybe this person had a bit of a healthy attachment to you in some way, shape, or form, or this idea that the two of you are supposed to be together. But I feel like, this person they really want the opportunity to grow things. They're being called. I feel like this person was also being called by the universe to get things off the ground. So we have 1111 there. So this could definitely be a twin flame journey. This gives me kind of like very runner chaser energy. So maybe for the longest time, Aquarius, maybe when you and this person first met, the two of you were on the same page. It was just like supposed to be something light and casual. Your person here developed, I feel like, really strong feelings towards you, looking at you, triggering them. I feel like you triggered this person possibly on their spiritual journey. And then, things ended badly because you had other commitments or you weren't really willing to take that leap of faith. And now I feel like you and this person are in no contact right now. So it definitely looks like to me that they are really in the energy of wanting you to see their worth, be consistent. Again, I feel like there definitely could have been some breadcrumbing, gaslighting a little bit, especially with this Devil card and the Five of Cups. And again, there was something about the situation that was unfair. And I feel like this person, all they've ever really wanted was the opportunity to, grow this relationship into something beautiful. So again, at the end of the day here, I feel like I'm not sure what the block is. What's the block here for Aquarius? What's the block here for Aquarius? What's the block for Aquarius? Sorry, guys, I'm just trying to figure some things out. So we have the Six of Wands. Can I get one more card, Spirit, after the Queen of Swords here? So, again, some of you were not as available as you let on. For others of you, you made it pretty clear, I feel like, in the beginning that you were not looking for any kind of long-term relationship. But the block here is showing up strongly. that somebody was married or somebody's in another long-term relationship. So I don't know, Aquarius, maybe you met this person when you and your person were on a break, or like, in the midst of maybe getting separated, and then you and your person got back together, and you had to let this person go because of that. And again, I feel like, if this isn't a third party situation here, Aquarius, it just really talks about you not wanting to take that leap of faith towards being in a commitment. So, and that could be for a number of reasons, that you're just really not interested in love. You just want to, not be tied down. You want to be free to come and go as you please. You don't want to be in any kind of traditional commitment. So that could also be playing a role here. That's really what I'm getting. All right, let's see. Is this person going to take any actions towards Aquarius? Any actions? So we have the Queen of Wands coming out. Tell me more. Three of Wands. All right. I don't feel like your person's going to be reaching out to you, Aquarius. The person on your mind here could be a fire sign or somebody who has fire in their chart. With that Queen of Wands, again, don't get caught up in gender, male or female, but this person is waiting for things to change. So they're waiting for things to change. So until things change and you're able to, you and them to be on the same page, I feel like this person's just keeping to themselves, working on themselves here, trying to move forward. Focus on their own well-being here and their healing with that Nine of Pentacles. But so until things change, I feel like this person's not doing anything. Is Aquarius going to take any action towards this person? Is Aquarius going to do anything here in this situation? They're going to take any action towards this person on their mind? So we have the Eight of Swords, Page of Swords, Four of Cups, the Chariot. Sorry, guys. I don't know if you heard that, but the Oilers just scored, so. All right. It looks like we're going to overtime. Anyway, I am in Edmonton, so it is kind of a big deal. Anyway, I have the game on in the background, but the volume down. Go Canada. That's all I got to say. All right, guys. Getting off track here. So definitely looks like Aquarius, this person, I feel like this really gives me the energy of like, oh my God, I want to like reach out to this person. I'm keeping an eye on their social media. But, until I can make these changes, there's kind of no point in doing that because I'm just going to create more heartache. But you are thinking about them. They are on your mind. Definitely a lot of dreaming going on here with the Seven of Cups. I don't know. I feel like it's really bothering you, Aquarius, that you and this person are not talking right now. But again, I feel like you're feeling torn. Like I'm missing this person. They're on my mind. I know I really hurt them or I disappointed them. But if I keep giving to this person or the situation, it's just in the end going to create more heartache here. So I do feel like you're trying to do the right thing here, Aquarius, but I actually kind of makes me sad because I feel like, you know, there is a lot of emotions, a lot of love underlying this reading between you and them. Again, I'm kind of getting divine timing, so I feel like we should look in the deck and see where the Wheel of Fortune is, because I feel like that is definitely at play in this relationship that you and this person have. Really gives me the energy of like right person, wrong time, you know? But again, I feel like at the end of the day that you and this person were meant to meet each other. I don't feel like things are random. I don't really buy into that. I mean, you're entitled to your own opinion, but where is the Wheel of Fortune? It's so weird. It didn't come out, did it? I feel like I'm missing a card, which is weird. Sorry, guys. Oh, there it is. All right. So, Two of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, and the Lovers, and then Archangel Michael with Temperance and the Page of Wands. So, I definitely feel like in the future, what you don't see coming here, Aquarius, is that I feel like there is going to be a time for you and this person to actually come together. And when the time is right, Archangel Michael's all over it. Two of Swords is like something you don't see coming. So it's like halfway through the deck. So I feel like this is going to play out in the next, maybe 6 months to a year. It might take a while for this to come together with this person. So that gives me the indication here that whatever you're tied to right now, whatever relationship you are in right now, Aquarius, that definitely might be coming to a close in 2025. And again, I think I named your June reading the Old College Try. So this definitely kind of like is for the same group of Aquarians that I'm kind of picking up on from the collective here, that you are trying to make things work with your past person, trying to see things through, trying to kind of like, get things back on track, for whatever reason, whether that be for kids, for financial, for, just putting in the time and effort into your existing relationship to see if you can kind of turn things around, and whether or not, I don't know. I mean, sometimes you feel like before you walk away from a situation, especially if you've been with somebody for a long time, you kind of have to like, in order to walk away with a clear conscience, I guess, you kind of need to feel like you've done everything you can to repair that relationship. Not just for yourself, but I feel like as well, sometimes we're concerned about you know, what your family has to say, what your friends have to say, like, have you really tried to make it work with this person? And I feel like in order sometimes for you to walk away from something that was long term, especially if you were married to somebody for a number of years, that you've done everything that you can to try and make it work. And if it still doesn't work, then, it's really is time to move on. And you can kind of walk away with your head held high that I tried. So that's really what I'm getting off your cards here. So I feel like you are trying to do the right thing here, Aquarius, but it really does make me sad because I'm a big believer in love. And I feel like if you really, care about this person and love this person as much as I feel like they love you, then, I feel like it's disappointing that the two of you can't be together right now because of this situation. So, but again, that's my opinion. I feel like at the end of the day, maybe I'm a bit of a dreamer here with that Seven of Cups. You know, um, it sounds like this has been a difficult love story for sure for you and this person. And, kudos to you, Aquarius, for trying to do the right thing here. I don't want to like demonize you for trying to make it work with your past person, but at the end of the day, I don't know. I guess I have a tendency, don't we root for the underdog, right? And I feel like this person that is on your mind in love is the underdog here in this situation. So, anywho, let's get some messages from your person. Oh, all right. I just saw I couldn't let you get close to me. Messages from this person to Aquarius, please. What is something Aquarius may not know? All right. I hid who I really am from you. Just being near you is intoxicating. Finding out the truth crushed me. Anything else? We'll just give them one quick more shuffle. Any other messages for Aquarius from this person, Spirit? Something Aquarius may not know. All right, we've got a couple. I'm starting to understand our connection. I lost myself for a little while. I left before you could leave me. On the bottom of the deck is, I wish I could share my good news with you. So, I just want to say here, Aquarius, again, at the end of the day, you need to follow your heart and do what you feel like is the best thing for you right now. And it looks to me like, you know, hasn't been an easy decision. I feel like you've been really emotional about the situation. I feel like it's been hard for this person as well. But again, at the end of the day, I feel like both of you kind of need to put your trust. I'm talking to your cross watcher. You both need to put your trust in, you know, the universe. And if you and this person are meant to be together, then the universe will definitely bring you and this person back into alignment. I just feel like right now things are not aligned. Divine timing is at play. And again, you know, if it's meant to be, then I feel like nothing that's meant for you is going to pass you by. So I feel like still have hope in your heart here. Just know, Aquarius, that I do feel like this person really does love you. So if you're concerned or worried about that, please don't be. I feel like they definitely do. And I feel like they'd be definitely open to hearing from you. And again, I feel like it's just been hard on both of you, if I'm being honest. So, all right, guys, I'm going to end your reading here. If it did resonate, if you could let me know, I'd love that to hear from you. So feel free to make a comment, like on the video as well. If you are interested in a personal read, feel free to reach out to me. I have a few spots available left in June. It's just say it's soltero@gmail.com. So just reach out to me. It's just in the description of this reading as well as on my homepage. All right, guys. So take care of yourselves, and I hope to see you in July.